Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Reflexive Moon Tarot. I'm Sarah. Today the moon is in the last quarter in Leo right now. So for this reading, it is close to being time specific, but if you do catch it a little bit late before the new moon, we'll just have it so between now and the new moon. The last quarter, like I said, is in Leo, and we are doing this reading for water signs. So if your moon sign is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, then this reading is for you. Let's get started here. So we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Just want to make sure you can see this beautiful card. So the Wheel of Fortune reversed, our concerns are that they're sort of centered in, being on the right path. Maybe you're not feeling like you're on the right path right now, or you're avoiding what it is that you need to be doing in order to be on the right path. And maybe you're feeling a little bit unlucky at this time. Maybe you're feeling a little bit down and out. I know for folks in the Northern Hemisphere, seasonal affective disorder might be a bit of an issue for you right now. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So cutting your losses. Cutting your losses and moving on. That can be a tough decision to make, especially if you're worried about whether or not the decision or the direction that you take after cutting the losses and moving on. You might not be sure of where that is supposed to be. Like, say, for example, if you're moving or if you need to move, jobs, or even this, like, because it's matters of the heart with the Suit of Cups, cutting losses with regard to your family situation or relationships that you're in. I know sometimes it's difficult. You may be faced with having to cut off a family member, and that's okay. It may not make you feel okay that you have to do this, but it's okay to cut off people who are toxic in your life, for sure. Overlooking the situation, we have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles sits on the throne of security. So the King of Pentacles has no issues, unless reversed, with fostering health, wealth, and basically money. This person has climbed their way to the top and is also protected in a sense where, like, they have achieved a certain level of stability, and they actually may even be, protected by ancestors. So this could be a person coming into your life, or this also could be you, considering that it's overlooking the situation. But either way, it's looking good. There's either like a mentor coming into your life, or you're in a place where you are definitely on the road to, could be on the road to stardom even. Let's move on here. This king also has the ability to foster, growth as well. They've completed cycles of growth and are actually able to share the wealth, like legacy type of Ten of Pentacles kind of energy. And then within, we got two cards that wanted to come out here. So the escape plan, which is the Knight of Swords, and it's reversed. So I would be careful about your escape plan. We have two. Wow, this is really powerful. So there's like a duality here. Just one moment. So the Knight of Swords, I feel as though is like in a reverse position. This knight is really sort of struggling mentally to overcome what it could be loss, issues with mental health, negative self-talk. Just having it's almost like the the sense of determination has been cut off. And that could be for so many reasons. Like I said, grief could be an issue. Um, Also, even just any kind of like external situation that you have that's completely out of your control seems to be what is causing this certain feeling of anguish in your life right now. Loss of a really close loved one, even feeling like you're losing in the game is sort of coming to my mind right now. Feeling like you're at a loss for any kind of reason. Whatever situation you've placed yourself in, it's led to sort of maybe a stalemate or a climactic point that, may have been also a point of like experiencing trauma, but some form of loss. And it's important right now, because this is in your subconscious, to, be gentle with yourself, but also don't get too caught up in, the bittersweet feelings of escape. Whatever escape plan you may have in mind, it's in reverse. So you may want to revisit what that is and figure out also where to put your creative energy. The Queen of Wands can be jealous. And also, the Queen of Wands can be a bit of a narcissist on account of just, as opposed to being an energy giver, they can be an energy sucker. So I really think it's a good idea for you to be open and honest with yourself about your situation. Let's move on to where you're coming from. And this will start to make a bit more sense. So the Queen of Pentacles. So it sounds like you've moved from the Queen position with the King overlooking the situation now. You could have been dealing with the Queen of Pentacles in your past. And then the High Priestess, moving forward into a place where you're not really, you've cut yourself off from the sacred knowledge that you have been passed on, like from past lives since that, that you've held since the time of your energetic birth. But I really feel like this has a lot to do with grief. And I really think it's important because because of this King of Pentacles and being protected, I really feel like, the universe and your ancestors have your back, and it's just a matter of time. The Six of Wands. So your attitude, the Nine of Wands. I was reading that upright, but it's reversed. So you may not be feeling very resilient right now. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that you are not. I don't think that we need to be, I don't think that it's critical for us to feel like we need to be strong all the time and, be walking in that power constantly. Like, we have to be realistic about the fact that, vulnerability is real, pain is real, loss is real. So self-isolation, though, I really feel like is something that you need to be careful with. It's okay to take the time, give yourself time alone to grieve, but also it's very important to connect with others on some level, the level that works for you the most. I'm not saying that you have to leave if you don't like leaving the house, or being in large groups of people or around people that you don't really care for. Like, be choosy with how you're getting yourself out there. And I think there's a lot that you sort of need to deal with creatively as well. It could be at work. I know that's more of a Pentacles type of card, but just all of these guitars here reversed are basically saying that there's some type of inventory that you need to deal with and maybe repurpose, especially if you're dealing with grief. Sometimes it's really important to let the things go that are relevant to that person that you may have lost recently. Repurpose them, give them away, or even, it's not essential, but changing your space in some type of way to see yourself differently, because you are becoming a new person without having that person in your life again. And it's really important to come into that wholeheartedly. And environmentally, others see you, and you are going through a period of renewal with the Death card. And then we have the Queen of Swords reversed. So that's more of a fear that you may be very harsh, that you may become harsh and not kind, or, that your words will not be palatable for folks anymore, which could be related also to, this Queen of Swords reversed in your subconscious position. I feel like they're cousins, And then Temperance reversed. So, I would definitely be ready to, basically go through the process of dealing with this emotional stagnation, and to really try hard to let your emotions out. And I know sometimes it can be really difficult to cry. I'm not saying that you have to cry. There's no like me telling anybody what to do here, but it really sounds like folks need to take a look at grieving effectively There's a process that you have to go through, and it does take time and it takes energy. So lighting a candle, you know, setting intentions, thinking about right now what intentions you want to set for the new moon that's coming up. That might be a good idea. There's some great inventory work for you right there. Smudging your space and making sure that, you know, basic things, your human needs, like clean water, drinking it often, and being grateful for what you do have access to. For example, clean water. So with that, I'm going to end this reading. It is a bit of an emotional reading, which makes absolute sense. We are dealing with our water signs today. But I want to thank you for coming out, and please feel free to hit that like and subscribe if this reading resonates with you, or also just for support. It is so greatly appreciated. And catch me on Twitch for live readings, and we shall see you again. Take it easy. Thanks.